Rory, that was a tight one tonight. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, look, it was obviously important for us to win. We knew we had to win to stay in this competition, so we've managed to do that. We live to fight another day in the European Cup, but look, it was a really tough game. I thought we started really brightly, and the rain came down a little bit, which obviously, we had to alter our tactics a bit, and it became a real arm wrestle. And look, they're a quality side. I think when you look at if you look at the score from last week, it gives you very much the wrong impression as to what this team is about. Clermont really had scored off every chance, and Exeter actually played quite well at times last week. So we knew it was going to be a tough battle, and it proved it. And look, we're just delighted to get the win.
Both teams came into this encounter needing a big improvement, but Ulster didn't play that badly last week and stumbled right at the end, and it must have been very difficult coming into training this week and lifting yourselves.
Yeah, look, it's been frustrating because obviously the Ospreys game, there were aspects we did well and we weren't that happy, and then Connacht we just didn't play well, we weren't physical, whereas last week we actually turned up, and for a large part in I think after 20 or 30 minutes the second half, they had 91% territory, so to still be ahead at that, you're doing something right. But we just felt we were being a bit cagey, and we wanted to come out tonight and try to really take the game to Exeter, and we did that at the start. And like I say, just when the rain came down, it just became a bit of a levelling factor, and we just had to try to manage our way through it. And Jacko hitting that drop goal at the end, and I think you can just see the want in the team with the pressure we put on Stino when he attempted his second drop goal, which just went narrowly wide. And there was a real scramble, and I think both teams felt that they just had to get a win by whatever means necessary, and like I say, thankfully we've managed to get that.
We live on in the pool, back-to-backs against Clermont now to look forward to, but next week we have Munster coming up here. It's going to be an emotional day, huh? Yeah,
it will be. I think probably everyone had one eye on that game today. It was a massive funeral, and look, it was an inspiration for Munster rugby. You just see some of the highlight reels that have been put together and from various broadcasters, and being down there yesterday, you see what he meant to Munster rugby. And look, I was lucky enough to be involved in a couple of training camps with him with Ireland in my early career, and he was a guy that he was very much everything that's good about Munster, and you could see why they were so good when he was about, because when we trained with him in Ireland, when he wasn't in the starting team, he really pushed us all to make sure that starters were prepared, and lifted the level in that training camp, and that's what he did. And I think you could see it today with the way Munster played, that even though he wasn't there in person, in spirit, he got the lift. And for them to win with 14 men after the red card after 20 minutes, was a phenomenal effort. And I think from an Irish rugby player, it was fantastic to see them given such a mark of respect to such a wonderful man.
Well, hopefully they'll come up here next week and we'll give them plenty of respect, but we'll come away with a win.
Yeah, look, ultimately that's what we got to do. They are a good side, but look, we have to keep, it's back to Pro 12 next week, so for us it's about getting a win and making sure that we week in, week out stay on top of that table.